as old as they've ever been. Whoa.
And then I stumbled upon the most amazing crystal meth you would imagine.
Hey, girls eat everything but ass.
Mike, quit playing with the dubstep knob.
Okay, Potential Problems Broadcast. How are you guys?
You're listening to the Potential Problems.
What's your name?
Hey, mister! Leave him alone!
I wouldn't hurt your friend.
Podcast.
Potential Problems Podcast.
Nice. I can't hear myself, but I can hear you guys fantastic.
What about right now?
There we go. I can hear myself now. How's that for you?
People.
Is this I used to be a renegade?
Yeah. Anybody have a raincoat?
I do. Not on me, but...
Got some stuff I want to reenact.
Oh, yeah?
Jesus, you got a puppy? Potential Problems Podcast.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us on this special Halloween edition. Spooky. Do we have any spooky sounds?
We're fans of all the pre-cum, so this is like a pre-Halloween, since, Halloween's still 5 days away.
Yeah.
6 days? 6 days.
6 days. 31st was that Thursday, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is it Halloween or is it National
Trick or Treat Day.
National Trick or
All in
Treat?
anticipation of Halloween.
Children are twice as likely to die than any other night of the year.
Nice. You guys really get a lot of enjoyment out of all of that.
What's wrong with that?
I didn't know what that was. That's the first time I have ever heard that. Some great production work there, Alan.
Tim Wolfe commenting in. He's the ghost of New Mexico comedy.
Oh,
That's right.
What's up, Tim? Sorry, that was
is
probably a little
right.
loud. My apologies. Let me get right there. That's probably
So
the
wait,
best
is there an issue with my production?
What?
That's why we were...
No, I said it was great.
Okay.
I said it was great.
No, I just said
not.
you guys were really enthused with all of those really awful sounds and things. You guys got a lot of giggles out of dead kids and chainsaws, so I was just commenting on that.
Well, it was implied death.
Yeah,
I didn't actually kill anybody with those sound effects.
yeah, I know you didn't.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to cross-promote your show real quick.
Oh, yeah, we appreciate
Anyway,
that.
so that thing is all about there's this push
A big
push for Trick or Treat Day, which is, let's do Halloween, all the trick or treating for Halloween this Saturday before Halloween, since it's a rotating holiday and there's a lot of people coming and going from work when Halloween falls on a
Well, there was
Tuesday.
Wasn't there?
I'll be at work on Thursday.
The what was it? The boo at the zoo today. Did you hear about that?
It's called the Zubu.
Is that what it is?
The Zubu.
Tell us a little bit about Zubu, Kevin, as you've worked around the zoo.
I've actually gone to the zoo and booed at the elephants.
It's a boo at the zoo.
Oh, and what's? Oh, really? So you just when the kids show up and everybody goes boo, and then the kids go home. And
Your guess is as good as mine, man.
Didn't you work there?
I did work there, but I've never worked there for that.
Oh, you were always off on that day.
Well, much like both of you, I'm a comedian, and I have responsibilities at nighttime.
That's true.
Fuck them kids.
Do we have time to quote an old joke?
Oh, boy.
So Halloween, are you a big fan?
Yeah.
Have you been ever since you were a kid? Did you always like Halloween?
Yeah, like Halloween is always a pretty good holiday in our house as a kid because costumes are pretty easy to make for the most part.
Yeah. I know you like me. We together in the same were similar. Fuck am I? We were similar in the aspect that we were both poor growing up. So
well, and we
being
also
poor,
grew up at a time where you didn't. There
molested by our uncle.
No, luckily that never happened to me.
One too many.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that hard.
But there wasn't as much pop culture, really.
Yeah.
So you could just be a ghost or a witch or a robot. You didn't have to be like a specific character so often, or there wasn't as much pressure for kids to try to dress up as like a fucking shitload of superheroes. Like,
because there was Aquaman. And
is that like awkward?
Batman.
Is that like awkward women? Is that Aquaman? Is that a new millennial term?
Aquaman.
Yeah, is that a new millennial term?
Ooh, Alan's a millennial.
I am a millennial.
Sure?
Yeah.
I am a lemon.
He's almost as zillennial, I think is what they call the younger
A
millennials.
zillionaire millennial.
Incorrect.
What was your best costume ever, my friend?
I think the one that I was happiest to be as a kid was I was a big fan of Snoopy. Specifically his brother, the one with the hat.
Warren G was Snoopy's brother. West Coast rap. And they used to, sometimes they'd rap with
for a second
that
I was
guy
like,
with the deep voice.
What is he trying to say? And then I realized John's old enough that even though he grew up with Snoop Dogg's music, he's now calling him Snoopy Dogg.
Yeah. Well, see, that's that.
He's older than you. Why are you trying to act like an old man?
It's that old thing where you just start to call shit by a different name. Like you thought your parents were just being funny when they did it, but it turns out your brain's just old.
It was just the dementias.
Yeah.
Lots of dimensions. But yeah, his brother that wore the hat and sunglasses had the wispy mustache.
Oh,
and
he
listened
was
to
cool.
jazz.
Yeah.
I went as him when I was like, I was like 2.5, 3 years old. I was like, what do you want to be for Halloween? I was like, Snoopy's brother.
That's fucking cool, man.
So she made me a costume to make me look like Snoopy's brother, and nobody knew what the fuck I was. But I was super jazzed about it.
Yeah, of course, dude.
Yeah.
That's a
And
great
then
costume.
Close second up, being the bag of jelly beans. And I think almost every kid in the early
That is
90s
cool.
ended up being a bag of jelly beans.
I was never that. Alan?
Was I a bag of jelly beans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like fat.
It's a poor person costume where you put your kid in a clear trash bag and then you fill it with water balloons filled with air because they're smaller. And
That's cool.
And so you like tie it up around their neck and you put arm and leg holes and you fill it up with, and that's like every kid in my family did that costume as like a rite of passage.
Tim Wolfe keeps repeating Spike.
Spike? What is Spike?
That's apparently the name.
Oh yeah, thank you, Tim Wolfe. That's the name of Snoopy's brother.
And
Spike.
also, Jonathan Stubbs says, did anyone else grow up knowing that one kid whose parents forbade him from participating in Halloween?
I'm sure there were some around, but it wasn't like
some of my.
Oh no, I do. I remember
there was one in my 4th grade class.
Yeah.
He also couldn't watch SpongeBob.
Really?
Because his parents thought SpongeBob was gay. That was their reasoning.
I've heard a lot of people say that their parents like wouldn't let them because of that reason. That's fucking ridiculous to me. But whatever.
I had cousins who actually were really very religious, brought up in a very religious household, and they could not watch that stuff. And I never I didn't get why. Like, I understood it was religion, but I didn't get the intricacies of it, about why you can't, watch that. I was just like, oh, that's dumb. But I didn't know anything about leading to temptation and all that and introducing ideas, but that's a whole different debate.
I mean, isn't that what this whole show is about, is just leading to temptation?
Sure.
Are you guys just trying to inception weird shit into people's heads, basically?
Maybe. Alan, do you remember that great great haunted house
that KOB tried to shut down last year?
Those muckety mucks.
Muckety mucks.
Those
Jesus Christ, John. Jesus,
those
what has happened to
Scroogesters,
you?
if you will. Now, we had a case where there were some guys that wanted to make a haunted house for kids to enjoy, right? And some guys from KOB had to do some investigative reporting. And I just remembered this story because it was this, how long ago
This was last Halloween. Leading in the last
Occupied by
Halloween.
sex offender. I think I remember this.
Do you remember? I wonder if you were on for one of these shows. But maybe
I
you
may
just
have
heard-
been. I may have been.
So this was a fun. How long ago was it? Just last year?
Yeah.
I
October
was
12th.
definitely on because we podcasted right before the Monday night mic.
Oh
Yeah, because that was our last Halloween mic.
Oh, hey, that was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Remember that one night at Back Alley where it just happened to be Halloween, and we didn't really say anything about costumes, but fuck, if almost everybody was wearing a costume.
We got that
dude.
picture with like over 30 people all in costume.
Yeah, it was fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was the just the serendipity of that was fucking amazing.
Well, how many holidays does that goddamn open mic land on the whole time we were running it together? It was insane. We did 4th of July. We did all of the Memorial Days. We got, I think, was it 1 or 2 Halloweens or some shit like that? No, we got one official Halloween, but we did a Halloween mic for the whole entire time we worked together.
Shit.
Yeah, we did a lot of fucking
That was
goofy
an
shit.
amazing night, actually. Now that you bring it up, hey, Alan, can we play any parts of this story?
Yeah.
Just to see, refresh our memories on this. I'm joking, of course. This is not an awesome haunted house. I would not
Yeah, it
want.
was very low budget. Oh, freaking ads.
Boo. That dog. I didn't know
Not
which
cool,
one.
man.
By the way, the last 2 nights in a row,
ready to
driving
switch it?
around town, I've seen 2 different dogs on the loose in the streets when it's cold as fuck.
On the loose in the streets.
Yeah, looking for some puppy chow.
Stuff in them
ooh.
streets.
Aztec in Monroe. Sounds like.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to change the audio source. Give me a second.
Door opens at. That's the worst sign ever. Door opens at 7 p.m. October 31st.
With a backwards 3. Is that a backwards 3 or am I wrong?
I think it is, right? Right.
No, that's the right way. It just looks backwards. How does somebody have such bad handwriting that it tricked my brain into thinking it was backwards?
Sex offender was not breaking any law.
I like that I shut up right at that moment.
Yeah, they ended up going to his house, and he came to the door and came on the door.
God, I hope they didn't send Tessa Mentis. That dude's gonna lose his shit
His
when she
E's are in the right
door.
direction, and even those look backwards.
Near San Mateo and Comanche.
On Halloween at 7 p.m.
Ooh, spooky. Trick or treat. They got a sign and everything.
Hold on, my screen's in the way. I can't see the controls. There we go.
Ooh, skip ahead. Let's see here.
We're looking for Scott. We were surprised by how willing he was to talk to us about
Oh,
the
look.
haunted
He
house
comes
at the
right
time.
out.
He said the haunted
Ooh, that
house
looks
was
scary.
his roommate Randy's idea.
His roommate Randy's idea.
His friend.
Boy, howdy.
What do you mean?
He doesn't look like a molester, does he?
What do you mean this mid-40s guy in a Star Wars t-shirt isn't a sex offender?
I want to know more about Randy.
I know, right? Who's this Randy
I
guy,
really
right?
want to know more about Randy.
Well, they didn't ask enough about his roommate that isn't a sex offender.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Is
ends
like,
up showing
so
up.
his roommate knows that he's a sex offender. His name is Randy. And he's like, hey, man, you know what we should do? Run a haunted house. Are you sure, Randy? Because I am a registered sex offender. It's cool, bro. I'm not. Trust in Randy, bro.
Wait, let's hear this guy's interview. Let's see how much
About that some of your neighbors have brought
he is
to
into
us
creep.
that because you're a registered sex offender.
And is this
Wow, he's smiling.
Advertising this haunted house,
It's like
some of your neighbors feel this is a
little
little bit
publicity for
inappropriate.
the haunted house, right? He's like a little publicity. It'll do good.
You know, now that I'm looking at this again, I think a second ago we just missed something really important,
Right.
which was it looked like he had a look of, oh, fuck, why did I just look so enthusiastic answering, yes, I'm a sex offender?
And so we just
Watch
wanted
this.
Oh yeah, I remember that. We talked about that.
Roommate Randy's idea. One of the concerns about that some of your neighbors have brought to us is that because you're a registered sex offender,
Yes, I am.
you're advertising this haunted house. Some of your
Right there.
Oh, shit.
That look. I think right then he just realized, oh, fuck, I nodded enthusiastically to that.
Or he realized that the kid might get out of the shackles in the back, and he's like, "Fuck! Did I tie him up hard, like tight enough?"
Dude, these are Albuquerque apartments. There's no way that you can hide.
Thin, right?
You can't. You have to be a homeowner to be like a real homeowner. A homeowner like Alan.
I'm a renter.
Nice. He'd like to be a homeowner.
Yeah.
All over.
Kids used to say in school that I would be the best homeowner.
Very responsible.
The biggest homeowner.
Very clean butthole.
I mean, you get the gist of it. They essentially just ask him a couple questions, and he's like, it's just a haunted house. It's going to be fun.
Restricting their activities.
And then his roommate ends up showing up.
Oh, I get to see Randy.
Oh, and look inside the haunted house.
And that reporter's looking in there like, where are the kids?
A skeleton that's covered in
dildo? Where's the dildo?
Covered. There's a projection, I think, of spiders.
Pretty shitty haunted house.
Where will he be masturbating, though? So where will you be masturbating behind? What wall or sheet?
KOB ended up discarding what was his bowl that he was going to have a bunch of, body parts, simulated body parts in, but it was actually cut to be attached to his belt. It just hangs from his belt on his waist. And they're like, hey, why is there a hole in this bowl?
I feel like he's just going to be behind a false wall with his dick painted to look like a sconce that you have to pull to open a secret door to get out.
I'm pulling it, but nothing's
happening. You got to just keep pulling until the wax comes out. Got to pull it until the wax comes out.
Like, this is his... That's his roommate, and
Randy looks like a thumb with appendages.
Devin Rivera was on when we first watched this, and when he saw this guy's sweater, he goes, "Oh no, I have the same sweater at home."
Not surprised, but look at that. He's a thumb.
Yeah, he's a human thumb.
Yeah, look at that. Well, this is a human thumb. He's a thumb human.
He looks like Kurt Angle after the steroids.
Look at him. He's a fucking thumb.
Oh, look at
What the fuck, dude?
His head is growing out of his shoulders.
He's a thumb.
Wouldn't you like to see him and that...
He's a thumb.
That guy with the big
fingernails on
neck just rub their necks against each other? Just battle it out?
You're talking about that thick neck dude that hung out with the skinny guy with the fucking no fat and shit? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The mugshot guy?
Yes, thank you, Alan. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that.
This is what his roommate looks like.
Yes. Randy is a thumb person.
From Spy Kids.
Yes. Yes. Jesus Christ. He's even got a V-neck. Randy is a thumb person.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Of course this guy wants kids. Of course he wants to exact his revenge on all children because of the Spy Kids.
That is perfect.
They just have a pot of lye in the back, and they just keep dumping the kids in.
Just pushing them in.
Oh, Jesus.
Load them up with sugar because they'll burn faster. It's a true fact. That's something I've learned. Yeah, I learned that being a soaper is that whenever you have organic sugars and fats, when you add the lye, it causes the lye to react even more intense.
And it's harder to keep the story going because you're just adding lies on lies.
Lies on lies, bro. They catch up with you and then they start to burn.
Did we ever hear the conclusion of that story there?
They ended up not getting shut down.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. Probably because the
How did they not do a follow-up on that?
Well,
by the way?
okay. I have a point.
No, they shut down.
There's a reason why it didn't get shut down, and that's because the authorities looked at it and were just like, "There's no fucking way anybody's going in this. We have nothing to worry about."
Well, can we see the end of the story?
Oh,
sorry. I just want to.
Jesus
closed
Christ,
it,
John.
man.
Why do you want to see the end of it so bad?
Because I want to see the last part of that guy's interview.
Of Randy?
Randy, you were so interested in him, and you quickly discarded your interest.
Yeah, because I saw that he was a thumb person. So
another ad.
Yeah, another ad.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
We got any new comments?
Where are your words, man? No new ones.
Well, how about we? I mean, Do we have some videos to show or some
we've
stories?
got some videos.
We could also just talk like normal people and not have to.
We can do that.
Yeah, we'll come to the videos later because they're
Gross.
good. They're good.
Gross.
Maybe to you.
Yeah, which is why I said it.
What happened to Devin Rivera? Does he still do comedy? Have you talked to him? I haven't seen him in a while. Is he okay?
He lives on a small farm basically with his lady, and so I think it's like somewhere near Corrales or some shit. I'm not entirely sure what the location of it is, but yeah, he's got like chickens and
making beer,
other animals and stuff, and yeah, I think he is brewing with the guy that he was working for at a cafe. He's apparently in Topanga Canyon. He's in Topanga Canyon. Yeah, he arrived today. I'd like to arrive in Topanga's Canyon.
From Boy Meets World?
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah. She could get it.
She could. She won't, but she could.
You think she's doing okay today?
She's doing just fine. She got Girl Meets World on ABC Family or Freeform or whatever.
That doesn't mean she's doing okay.
It's Disney money. No matter what, she's doing all right.
Are you going to buy into that Disney streaming service?
Luckily, you can do packages through Hulu.
Ah, nice.
So I'm assuming that's probably what we'll
do packages through Grindr too.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. You guys are so much a couple.
We hang out a lot.
You using that word right there. You guys are you are the comedy couple that will make it through the test of time.
I've been with Alan longer than I have any other relationship. What's that saying?
You've been with Alan since before your child. 5 years. I was going to say, you've been with Alan since your child was basically a child.
Kind of. Was it been 6 years, Alan, since we've been doing this show?
Yeah.
God damn, that's a long time. Fuck, where was I going with that? What were we talking about before that shit?
Oh, yeah, the streaming service, the Disney.
Oh, Disney Plus.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so no, I'm very intrigued by it, but I always hate when you have to pay money for something else. But that's just what
all entertainment is just going the same way cable did, and it's inevitable in any situation like this. Hulu used to be completely free.
Oh yeah,
and you just had to watch like two 30-second commercials between whatever. And then they went to having a free option and a premium option.
And now there's a live sports or live TV, which is like $60.
Well, and the premium option was completely commercial free at first. No commercials at all. And then there is no longer a like free version of Hulu, as far as I know.
No.
And the premium version, you have to watch almost as much commercials as you do on regular fucking TV.
Did you ever get that tweeted out, Alan?
No.
Could you, bud?
Yeah, I'm working on several things. I'm typing buttons.
Sorry.
Integrating the chat.
I know.
He's producing and hosting simultaneously while you sit here and just fucking
reject technology.
I don't want to be staring at my phone, you know. I'm engaging you.
Oh, nice.
We're engaging.
Cool. Thanks. Hulu is just basically the new cable, really, because you have all the add-ons, Stars, HBO, all that shit.
Yeah, I pay for the commercial-free program, which is like $11.99 a month.
You get you have free for $11.99?
It's probably because I'm like through T-Mobile or something.
We go through Sammy's parents. And we got commercials, which fucking blows.
Well, I also have Google Play, which
you pay for it?
Yeah, which negates, but only $10, which negates like YouTube ads and I think a couple other places.
I was a little frustrated that I didn't get Spotify whenever it was offering all the cool free shit. But I am going to get the free Google Home Mini through Spotify. If you have a Spotify Premium account, they're giving you a free Google Home Mini.
What's that?
It's the little self-assistant pod.
A listening device, eh?
Oh yeah, I already have them. Like literally, we all walk around with one. So
have you heard any of that shit Snowden's coming out with? He's coming out with a book, and he's been
mixtape.
Yeah, shit. I heard that shit's gonna be for your.
It's kind of like avant-garde jazz and K-pop. Just like his book's coming out, and it's about just the whole thing about listening and how much information the government's listening to, all that kind of stuff.
That's why I choose to be a really boring, weird person. Like, I'm a goofball and I do cool shit, but I'm not doing anything that the government's like, we need to keep an eye on this guy.
Well, his whole point was that they kind of save it. They have a shit ton of information that they hold on to just in case type of thing. Like, and he feels that's kind of wrong, the amount and how far back it goes. He was talking on NPR and Rogan. He talked about how if you've made a call through an AT&T network, basically they have call records, not the content probably, but just specific records going back to 1987.
Yep.
And it's like the only reason they would ever use that is, after the fact of finding something,
Oh, yeah.
type of thing.
This has been an inevitability the moment we started having digital information storage in the cloud, on major server networks, all of that. I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm not trying to excuse it. What I'm saying is it's something that quite literally there is almost nothing any of us can do about it. Because even if we fight back and it changes, it's changing on the face of the issue, but it's not changing under the surface.
Like where whoever's in charge of it. Right?
They're still going to keep doing it. They're going to tell us, oh, we're not doing that. We're not doing that anymore. But they're going to keep doing it. They've been doing this shit since the 60s when they could start wiretapping.
Oh, fuck yeah.
phones.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Shit, even before that. So one of my favorite facts about early telephone systems
there
is
weren't
that,
faxes back then.
No, there weren't. But they were frequently asked.
Checking.
There were frequently asked questions.
Oh, good point.
But farmers would get the really basic wire telephone system, and they would clip it to their barbed wire fences. And they could communicate with each other. They would have everybody would have their pole hooked up to the barbed wire fence, and anytime you wanted to talk to somebody, as soon as you picked up your shit, it would send an electric current and cause a ring in everybody's house because everybody's hooked up to it. And
everybody thinks that calls for them.
Well, yeah, literally they would all pick up and they would say, well, I want to talk with, Jebediah. And they'd be like, oh, okay, all right, well, have a good night. And anybody that wasn't him would hang up.
Like Hezekiah would have to hang up.
Sometimes, right? But that's the very beginning of the fucking surveillance era because you knew that no matter
Hezekiah
what,
might be listening.
yeah, your neighbor's wife or your fucking neighbor's kid could be sitting there and just like listening and covering their, the mouthpiece, and you would never know. And that was back in the late 1800s. And there's even talk of that there was a possibility that police were using that to
sting
of the police.
Yeah.
Or to sting.
No, I just said it because he's related with the police.
Yeah,
I just said sting.
Yeah, but has anybody ever made the correlation that sting is in the police, but the police also do stings?
So do bees.
So do spellings. Tory spelling.
Do you know who they should be listening to? Is Cuba Gooding Jr., right, Alan?
Yeah.
Have you listened
to
Cuba Gooding?
Are you leading into something? What's going on with Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Of course, that's not a lead-in.
What's going on with
Cuba?
But I did hear from my good friend, Allen Clark. Cuba Gooding Jr. Had said some...
This was an older video, by the way.
How old?
Yeah, this is several years ago? Right?
Yeah, but this is a video that resurfaced this week. And it's Cuba Gooding Jr.
Is it just like a different angle?
He's just, at a club, having a good time.
Bring that man up here. Hold on. Somebody suck that baby's dick. Somebody suck that baby's dick.
That's kind of, the crowd does not get behind him very much. I thought this was like he was saying it again.
No, he just doubles down and does it again.
The thing about is there a baby in the room?
Tour.
Is there a baby in the room?
I don't think so.
Okay, so the thing I gotta say is that this isn't. I can understand how this is controversial for regular people, but for us,
this is pretty.
We're
tame.
like, we hear weirder, wilder shit. I literally encourage people to eat babies when the apocalypse happens.
Cool.
Eat babies what?
Whole.
Oh,
they're
that's even worse.
They're the avocados of the wasteland, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just eat their. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna.
It's good brain fat.
Yeah. Well, hey, dude, they would be fucking like candies. You just
no. It'd be like an avocado. Literally, it's soft. There's lots of fats that are good for your brain. keep you sustained and running for a little bit longer than some like lean adult meat. Yeah,
there you go.
If the apocalypse happens, just fucking eat babies, dude.
What was the the other thing that we didn't get to last week? Then this is totally not a lead-in.
You said we like I was here. I wasn't. You should say that Alan and I.
Well, we got a couple things.
You were here in spirit.
There's that Bridget the Midget.
That's the one I was going to bring up. Do you like Bridget the Midget? You like porn. We are always talking.
What's up with her
porn.
these days?
Not a,
Well, she's living.
It says she's been arrested for stabbing somebody.
Yes.
John's water is in the way, so I can't.
She's living la vida loquita.
That's very funny. Thank you for that.
That's Espanol.
Says she stabbed her boyfriend with a butter knife, but when she grabbed it, she thought it was a machete.
What?
Hit the thing.
She's tiny.
No.
Thank you. That's the appropriate
for
button.
the badam, but fuck it.
Have you been sexually molested yet?
You don't deserve it for that.
Just out of context, that one's so good.
Machete is too big for the reference. You should have said Bowie knife or something like that.
Ooh.
You're right, katana.
No.
I like there's consonants in it.
The bigger, the better.
Katana.
So wait, when did this happen? Was this just this past couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
She's still holding it down, right?
Yeah,
how old is she? How old is Bridget?
She's got to be in
39.
her 40s.
Yeah,
39?
39.
Yeah, that was close.
I guess it's harder to show. Age maybe doesn't show as easily when you're compact.
Maybe.
You got a lot more collagen per square inch because it's all squished together.
Do you remember?
I don't think that little people are like just a denser version of regular people, man. I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, they got all the same organ sizes.
Yeah, but they don't weigh like she doesn't weigh the same as somebody who's 2 feet taller than her.
Maybe.
Well, was Hoff on our show and he talked about how she was a mess, or maybe I heard Erica Viking talking about it on their show, how she was just when she came in. Maybe it was Swami Rob, but
these are all different crews.
Maybe it was TJ Trout, or it could have been Jer.
Was it
Bob and Tom?
Was it the Woody crew?
Yeah, Jackie, Tony, and Donnie. I heard that
Frasier,
her public. I think that might have been Frasier. Fuck. If she's almost stabbing her boyfriend, is that what it is?
Well, she did stab him. So 3'9" adult.
39. Yeah, 39.
3'9" and 39. Nice.
Sweet.
That's so the golden year.
Yeah.
It's your golden year.
Yeah. The magic year.
I turn 56. That'll be my golden year.
Police say the adult film star was seen walking away with a police officer shortly after 2:30 a.m. September 18th, so it was actually a little further back, allegedly telling cops, "It's my fault. I did it all. I should go to jail." She was later charged with burglary while in possession of a deadly weapon.
Well, hold on. I feel like
it was a butter knife, but they're considering it a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
Well, they say here
with her
that
arm leverage.
She was arrested for going into her love rival's home to carry out the attack on Jesse James. Now, is this is not the Choppers guy, right?
I mean, I think it would mention that, wouldn't it?
There's a lot of Jesse James, but it could be the same one.
Mr. James said that he only woke up when Murphy, who also goes by the name Bridget the Midget, so her name's Bridget Murphy, and Bridget
Caitlin
Powers stabbed him in the leg with a butter knife. It is alleged
Cheryl.
that she then started trying to attack Jesse's lover, who has not been identified with the same weapon.
See, here's the issue. She just wishes that she could be Jesse's girl.
That's it. Rick Springfield.
I hate that the circumstances allowed you to fucking make that joke. I'm going to throw your own paper towels at you.
So there's also a porn star named Jesse James, right?
There might be.
I think are you talking about...
I don't know, you're subscribed to him.
Maybe.
It might... Are you talking about... What is his name?
Not the motorcycle guy.
I think that he's...
Can you Google Jesse James?
I'm trying to remember this dude's name that I think you're thinking of, but I'm not a fan of him because he's been
he's been what?
He's been accused of a lot of terrible stuff. If it's the guy that I think it is.
That's James Dean.
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard that shit.
I love his sausage. Oh, I know it's Jimmy Dean.
That's Jimmy Dean, man.
You're a little informal with that one, my friend. I will not buy that sausage. Neighbors heard screaming in the street and saw Murphy throwing a barbecue grill at the windows of the flat in Las Vegas around the corner of her own home. She could also be heard shouting, "I have nothing more to lose, Jesse. You took it all from me."
Including 2 inches of her height.
She added, "There's blood everywhere. Please call the cops." Moments later, police arrived on the scene to take her into custody. She was charged with burglary while in possession of a deadly weapon, battery with the use of deadly weapon, and assault with a deadly weapon. Potentially facing up to 15 years in jail. That'll never happen, plea. If she has any type of lawyer at all. When asked if she lives there, Murphy says no, she didn't. But another woman shouted, "No, she doesn't. She's trying to stab my boyfriend to death. Please call the cops." Well, that's... damn, she's got abs. Look at that.
Well, and she's also got some built-ass shoulders, so she's got a lot of stabbing strength for sure.
Yeah, and it would be all the more terrifying if she put on like a leprechaun costume while doing it, because now you just think there's some mystical shit happening.
Oh, there is.
Nope.
Maybe you don't.
Not letting you have
Keep
that
scrolling down for the mug shot.
I would have taken Ewok.
Those always...
I would have taken I would have taken Time Lord.
Would you taking... Yeah.
You guys remember that one? The Time Travelers?
Time Lord?
No, it's...
Time Cop?
No.
The cop. The cop.
No,
stopped.
it's the bunch of
Time Sheriff?
It's the bunch of little dudes who are traveling through time trying to steal shit from...
Brazil.
The Borrowers?
Back to the Future.
Incorrect on all fronts.
The Time Machine with Guy Pearce.
Time Bandits.
Shawshank Redemption.
Time Bandits.
Yeah, Time Bandits.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Time Bandits is dope as fuck.
I remember. It's been so long since I've seen it.
It holds up. It's still really good.
Let's see here. Jesse James. Did you ever find a Jesse James?
Yeah, he had a whole thing of him. Yeah.
Is that him though?
No.
That's not the one?
No.
It's a different Jesse James?
He's got a different spouse.
It's Jesse James, dude. He was with Sandra Bullock while he was fucking like 3 other chicks.
John, would you be proud to go pick this mugshot up at the station?
Sure.
Dude, she straight up got punched in the face. Look at that bruise right under her eye.
Well,
so the gunfighter comes up.
The gunfighter?
Or, I'm sorry, the bank robber.
Oh, you mean the one that's been dead for over 100 years?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's the first one that comes up.
Solid.
I also was getting results for an American folk singer woman.
Did you look up Jesse James / Bridget the Midget?
No, I did not do that.
That might be a solid keyword combination.
How is it spelled in the article? Jesse James?
The exact same way it's spelled every time.
Okay.
That's not an insult. I'm just saying, like, legit. That wasn't me being facetious.
Janie Lindemulder.
You're typing straight up into the... There you go. Oop. Oh. Eep.
That was a weird thing that happened.
Well, you accidentally clicked on your address bar twice, so it unhighlighted everything, so you just started typing again.
Welcome to typing into a search engine, folks. Well, we yell out horrible suggestions at Alan, and some good by Kevin.
Porn star. No, it's just saying about her.
There might literally be no photos of him.
You have to get Gotti Schwartz on this shit. I wish. I'm dying to know.
Who?
Would you risk her stabbing at you?
Nah. Nah.
If I had the opportunity, I would.
Would you?
Yeah. Not to like be her boyfriend, just to have sex.
I would, but yeah.
Well, it showed that she does spots at the Bunny Ranch. So.
Oh, hey, okay.
There's the opportunity, fellas.
You just gotta be willing to go that way, and oh my god, I wouldn't. No.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, I wouldn't. So don't get.
I know, but you got all judgy while you were saying it.
Don't get it twisted.
I'm not twisting nothing of yours, bro.
Well, do you think she could win Britain's Got Talent?
What does that have to do with anything?
Because she's a talented lady. I just wonder.
But why Britain's Got Talent?
Well, because I saw something. Well, Alan.
Is this a lead-in? Boy, howdy, that was smooth. Good job, John.
Alan. I didn't
suspect.
We can't show very much of it.
Yeah, dumb.
Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can put some kind of sensor on the screen.
Are you gonna blur it?
Yeah.
Sensor. I barely know. This is you're exasperated. So Britain's Got Talent. Is that still?
Do they?
On? Yeah, they do. I mean, Eddie Izzard. I don't know why.
Izzard. Say it correct. No, I'm just kidding.
Izzard.
Eddie Stevens.
He's from New Mexico, dummy.
Well, he's got an accent.
Cool, so do the rest of us.
Well, he's got an English accent that sounds very exotic.
I'm starting to regain my southern New Mexico accent.
Really?
Because I work with two older Hispanic ladies. I straight up said Charlie Sheen the other day.
Charlie Sheen.
Sorry.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen is what I said.
Dude, I was there.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, and then also today I was by myself picking something up from a store, and I'm trying to remember what it was, but I was kind of talking to myself, and I said an SH with a CH, and I was like, Jesus Christ, it's happening. And it's happening more and more. Like my Hispanic roots are starting to take hold once again in my language because I work with two older Hispanic ladies.
It's funny how you adopt. That's an interesting part about the human brain, adopting and adjusting to accents. And
well, for me, it's more of a reconnection to an accent that I had for a long time, but had to get rid of when I moved to Oklahoma.
Oh yeah,
you can't sound like we sound out here in Oklahoma, which is why I sound like this. But before that,
you took on an affectation for Oklahoma.
I went to a non-regional dialect, is what it's called. It's something.
Would you say I have one?
There are a few things.
Yeah.
There are a few things that you say that it points out that where you're from, kind of like me too. And there are times where I say things that point out that I spent a long time in Oklahoma. But there's
like the cash,
huh?
Like the cash.
The what?
The pasture of cows.
The what?
I don't know what you're saying, Alan. Are you having a stroke?
No, sorry. I'm just trying to say cows.
Cows?
Yeah, the cows.
Oh my God!
My grandparents live in Oklahoma. I know how it goes.
Dude, that's some Texas Oklahoma that you're throwing out there.
Okay.
They call them cows.
Okay.
Want to go? Hey man, you want to go knock over some cows?
Okay. Maybe go to eat at Brahms.
I was
Brahms ice cream.
Yeah, no, we I understand that, but I'm talking.
Okay, fuck me.
No. What part of Oklahoma do your grandparents live in?
Chelsea.
Where is that close to?
It's about 50 miles outside of Tulsa.
Okay, so would it be considered almost like a suburb-ish kind of situation?
Definitely not. It's more of just a small.
Is it rural?
Yeah.
Okay. How
I think
rural?
it's like 1,700 people.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I get that life.
They got a Brahms and they have a couple Cass.
Yeah, we didn't have Brahms. We had McDonald's.
That's it?
We had a Sonic.
Yeah, all that fake powdered ice cream.
And then we had Taco Mayo.
Taco Mayo?
That's Oklahoma's Taco Bell.
That sounds good.
They have potato coins. You know, the little tater tots that have been sliced up into little discs. They're also really good at food poisoning.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they almost killed me once.
Anyway, so back to this Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, yeah,
right?
they do have talent.
Did you figure out how to blur it out?
No, I'm just going to have to...
let us watch it, but not put it out there?
Yeah, because we don't want to be banned from Facebook again.
Well, and we'll talk over the audio as it's happening.
Yeah, the audio is what actually makes it, so people will know what's going on.
Yeah, so I'm just going to talk over it the whole time. Is that okay?
Have you ever seen Britain's Got Talent?
Who?
You.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I can show this first part.
I've seen YouTube.
Okay, well.
Which means that, yes, I've definitely...
You have seen... Yeah, okay, I got you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like...
So you're familiar with the Simon Stowell guy.
Okay.
You're talking about Simon Cowell
yes,
from American
Cowell.
Idol?
Oh, well, he did an American version, too.
American Idol.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, you know a lot about
or
this.
America's Got Talent, or
That's
X Factor. Or
That's right. He did those.
No, I don't know who we're talking about.
I thought that was Simon Cowell.
I thought it was Simon Rex.
I'm unfamiliar with any of
Simon Rex is a dinosaur.
All I know
I mean Simon Birch.
All I know about is Showtime at the Apollo. So if we're talking about the guy with the big shepherd's hook, I'm into it. But other than that, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. What is Britain?
It's about Brexit.
What is Brexit? Is it?
It's like a
it
cereal.
sounds like a biscuit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you say yelp? You literally went yelp.
All right, let's get to this talent because you're just really going to be blown away by this voice.
And the sound
I feel like talent's a generous word just by the lead into this.
Well, you're just being rude.
I also
You
feel
haven't
like
even
I've
seen this
probably
person.
seen this. Oh, I have seen this.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't. How long ago?
Yes, I have seen this.
So what's happening?
How would you describe to the people that cannot watch what exactly is happening? What's that sound?
Have you guys ever...
That's a voice, not from her throat.
So have you guys ever...
done that? No.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the audience, dumbass.
Oh, okay. So pose the question to the audience.
You asked me to describe.
We're waiting.
Shut the fuck up.
I just don't care.
No, please tell us because we did ask you.
Wait, what's
Alan,
today?
don't interrupt him.
Okay, sorry.
Yes. what were we asking you anyway in the first place? I can't remember. What did we ask him?
What's happening in this clip?
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to describe what's happening in this clip for our listeners. Sorry.
You guys know whenever you are in the pool and you use your hand to splash water out of it? Like...
I love doing that.
You're splashing friends. It's like, I don't like to be splashed. So think of that. But what's happening is it's the chick gaping her asshole with a microphone next to it. Well,
so it could be heard.
Oh, I have a better way to describe this. Everybody will understand this. Remember whenever you were 11 and you figured out that you could suck air in and then burp it back out? This lady's doing that with her asshole, but they've cut it to make it look like this happened on Britain's Got Talent.
I
believe it happened. Yeah, this was just the auditions.
Yeah, this is like this stuff that you see that, like the B-roll.
This would have never ended up being in front of an audience.
Let's hear it clearly again.
The expressions that they've edited into as reactions to this young lady apparently making whooshing noises with her anus on stage. Yes.
It sounds more like a...
Yeah, well, it's whatever it is, it's a unique sound. And they've cut this together so brilliantly so that who's that English guy they were just showing? He used to do
Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan looks very concerned about this and confused.
Human shit stain.
Why do you hate Piers Morgan?
Pretty much watch him on any television show, and that's a pretty good example of why I don't like Piers Morgan.
You just do you think he likes to stir up the hornet's nest? Or do you think, like, is he saying that shit just to antagonize
his
people?
entire career on television and entertainment is based on being that guy, but every experience that has ever been put out there that he's had with people in public, they're just like, he's a fucking asshole. Kind of like how Chuck Norris, you think he's a really good dude, and then you find out that he sucks.
Really?
Yeah. He was on the Huckabee campaign back when... I believe it was Obama's second election, I think. Not his first. I think it was his second. Yeah, he was campaigning for Huckabee. You remember Huckabee?
Yeah, father of the greatest press secretary
of all time. Yeah, the most resilient.
This new this new secretary's a piece of work, dude. The one who said recently when when Donald Trump was like, any Republican who criticizes me is human scum, and his press secretary was like. They're like, because, their job's usually to buffer that shit. And they're like, well, what do you have to say about that? And she's like, well, they are. And get used to this president talking that way because that's what they are. And you're like, holy fuck, dude. Since when can government officials fucking just totally be reckless like that,
In today's age.
Yeah.
There's the information age has given everybody the opportunity to be a fucking dickhead. I am just as guilty as anybody else.
You think so?
I've said a lot of dumb shit.
Why? Like, what's the last
because I'm
dumb
human
thing
and I say dumbass shit.
What's the last thing you can remember?
Yeah, I'll hang out for the podcast.
I've literally probably said like 2 or 3 dumbass things on this show alone, dude. Like,
we need to resolve this end of this clip because there is a finale.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's keep going.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Oh, look, she's turning it around. It's glistening.
I got real greasy.
Yeah.
Did it spit?
Oh yeah, it spits out oil. And now she's put the microphone in her asshole.
And Simon was smiling about it.
That's got to be really bad for your insides.
Her insides have talent.
Didn't that thing have a windsock on when it went in? Where'd that thing go?
I feel better now.
Yeah.
Good for you.
You don't feel like you've learned something?
What did you learn today, would you say?
Oh, I learned that I'm always right whenever it comes to me being on this show, and the fact that you guys are going to make me watch and or talk about some fucked up ass shit.
Well, it looks like you've already seen that one.
Well, yeah, let me find this other.
Yeah, but I've never had to just actively talk about what's happening. Kevin, describe this chick
and then
fucking queefing her butthole at a microphone.
As we interrupt you for the first 30 seconds, right? I think that goes back to the time you had this awesome Jesus story that I've heard you tell us a couple of times about Jesus on a shirt or them selling shirts at his crucifixion.
It's a pretty good joke.
It is a good joke. And I don't know if it was when you were first coming up with it, you were trying to get this thought out on,
Nope.
You had been kind of like working with it for a while.
I probably hadn't done that joke in about 2 years, the moment you're talking about. Yeah, it'd been a while because the joke did really well for a long time, and then I just kind of retired it because I was trying to, write new jokes as any comic should.
Yeah. Do you ever, all right, so you're just done with it?
No, I'm not done with it. It's a solid joke, but, you got to constantly keep working on new shit.
Have you seen this guy?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think this is a fun one to
Is this
try to
local?
figure. No, this is Vancouver. But this is a clip where I feel like we can do some sleuthing and try to decide what led up to this.
Okay.
That's good that they got him out.
They got him out one time, and then he about a half a second later, you hear him barging again,
shouting for Chaz.
Yeah, Chaz.
Is it Chaz or Chad?
It's Chaz.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
The person who uploaded it said it's Chaz.
Is he a fan of?
Did you personally speak to them?
No. This is the source.
Well, who's the source?
Also, we did some digging.
Clash _ on the _ can.
And apparently, Chaz Palminteri was doing a one-man show in the same area. Chaz Palminteri, famous actor. Who the fuck are you,
West Side Story.
Kevin Baca. Who's Chaz Palminteri? So I'm guessing that most likely what happened, Chaz fucked this guy's lady friend.
That's what I'm thinking.
They were
too.
out together, and he showed up to start some shit, and Chaz popped him in the fucking mouth, and then again in the nose, and then the fucking bar got involved because he was trying to get aggressive. Chaz defended himself, and now he's like, "Why'd you do this to me, man? Why you do this to me?"
And then they kick him out, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Canada.
problem. He'll respect that guy's space now.
Or Chaz is his lover.
And he's out with another guy.
That's the only, yeah, or with a lady. You never know.
Did you see this bouncer kick?
Yeah, he Spartan kicked him.
And he throws a couple punches.
Bouncers
comes right back.
Bouncers should never punch.
Bouncers should bounce.
Actually, at that
you bounce their
moment,
head off the concrete.
Nope.
You should stay outside with them, chat with them, talk to them, calm them down, chat with them, de-escalate the situation. Like, I think everybody.
If it ever gets to a point where you need to get physical, you need to do your best to
restrain them,
restrain and subdue.
Block their airway, hold them down, even if they can't breathe. Keep holding them down is what I do.
Till there's protests for sure. Yeah, he didn't get punched in the he got punched in the mouth at least twice for sure. You don't bleed from the mouth like that unless you've been punched a couple times. I'm talking from experience.
Yeah, it seems like they've subdued him finally.
He's good. He'll be good. All right.
They instantly
That guy's
get him
a
in the
fucking
lock.
G. That dude swung the arm right in time. That was fucking smooth. Boom! Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, look, and he's trying to
look. Yeah,
He's trying to sweep the leg.
Position there.
He's trying to sweep the leg.
Getting a forearm lodged across your throat will definitely stop you mid-chaz.
Mid-chaz?
Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to bet that this guy's so fucked up that anybody could fight him. But apparently Chaz could too.
Guesses. What do you think Chaz did? Oh, yeah, you guys already deduced it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to not be conspiratorial minded.
Sorry, I totally ruined the fact that I used logic and intelligence to just make this not fun for you guys.
Well, I did think it was Chaz Palminteri for a while. I was like,
who's Chaz Palminteri?
Who's that? Well, exactly. Am I right?
Kevin Baca. Who's Chaz Palminteri?
Oh boy! Pull up the. Are you pulling up a picture of Chaz Palminteri?
Oh, I know who that guy is. Yeah, he's that guy.
Cold-blooded. Yeah,
he's that guy. He was also once that guy, and then there was that other time he was that guy.
Notice he's always that guy, though.
Yeah, he's that guy.
He's always this guy.
Yeah,
this one he looks like a different guy.
He's been this guy a couple times, but he's almost always that guy.
He looks like a bloated fish. A little bit like a bloated fish in the face, right?
What kind of fish do you see?
Like the one from Little Mermaid, I guess.
Which one? Because there's a lot of fish.
The original. The yellow one.
Are you talking about Flounder?
Flounder. Looks like Flounder.
I think his lips look
That's the
more
guy
like
from
the
Animal
crab.
House.
I think his lips look more like the crab. Sebastian. His lips look like Sebastian's lips. Look up Sebastian before you look up Flounder.
Well, I'll look up both.
Yep, you're wrong.
You're fucking wrong.
No, that doesn't look like Flounder at all, but look up Sebastian. Look at Sebastian.
Okay, give me a second.
Wasn't Sebastian the one that they said was a
Sebastian
racist
the crab.
caricature?
Sebastian the Crab.
I know what he is.
Sebastian the Crab.
Yeah!
Sebastian the Crab.
Mr. Krabs.
Nope. Sebastian the Crab.
Krusty Krab.
Krusty Krabs. That's John's nickname.
Now wait, didn't people complain about him? Didn't people complain about Sebastian the Crab being racist?
Which people?
No, that was complaining about Sebastian Maniscalco.
Who's that?
He's a comedian.
Who's Chaz Palminteri?
Well, he's no Chaz Palminteri.
But yes, see how I'm correct and Alan's wrong?
Tim Wolfe says this guy is now damned and shall meet a horrible fate on Halloween night.
Hey, speaking of, didn't you get some Halloween noises, or isn't there like Halloween albums?
Oh, yes.
On YouTube. I just want to listen to a couple of those. Some of them are kind of odd, right?
Like haunted house sounds?
Yeah. Like I used to have this album back in the 1980s when I was a kid of Halloween sounds, and some of it was quite ghoulish.
Hey guys, don't let me forget that I need to get toilet paper on my way home.
Toilet paper on your way home.
All right, this content reminded him.
You're going to need to shit after this show for sure.
Yeah, it didn't really happen this morning, so.
You got something brewing.
Started brewing as soon as I got hungry.
Nice. You get some food and then it'll be ready.
You just dump it right out.
You could just eat on the toilet, save yourself the time.
No, I'm not a fan of that.
Neither am I.
No.
You ever finish that last bite going into the bathroom? You're like, why am I doing this?
No, but I have. So there have been times where like I was drinking something and just ran into the bathroom to piss and realized that I was literally drinking something while I was pissing, and I was like, that's weird. This is way better, more Halloween.
Very scary.
Yeah, definitely looks like John's trying to make some money. Red light district.
Let's say, who's your favorite to close this wonderful episode out as we play Halloween music? Who's your favorite, or what's your favorite scary movie or Halloween character, or just scary thing?
My favorite scary thing, another Trump presidency.
It's gonna be so close, dude.
Oh
my
rough.
god! And right now, if you had to bet,
no, go ahead. Yeah.
And right now, if you had to bet, Trump is gonna win, or one of the 100 other people running for the Democrats.
I'm gonna say this. This is just a factual statement. If the Democrats don't go with Bernie, we'll lose to Trump again, simply because there are so many Trump voters who are basically saying, if it's not Bernie, then I'm going to vote for Trump again, even though Trump has fucked me over so bad. There are so many old Trump voters who would switch to Bernie if he becomes the candidate. So, just say it's got to be Bernie or bust, really.
Yeah.
None of the other candidates.
The guy just had a fucking heart attack.
Yeah, but he fucking rolled out of that shit like a champ. And it's not like any of the other candidates haven't possibly had heart attacks that they just don't publicize. You know what I mean? Any of the ones that can actually win. Any of the ones that actually can win. Solid way to make it here. I'll help you out with that. But,
Yes. Ooh, spooky.
But my favorite scary character ever. Ooh, man. Candyman's good. Candyman's good.
I was a big fan of Sammy Davis Jr. too, but I don't know if he's necessarily.
I thought you were talking about John Candyman.
John Candyman.
It was pretty scary in that scene of Uncle Buck.
Actually, you know who my favorite scary character ever?
Who?
It's Chaz Palminteri.
Chaz Palminteri. Look up. I'm trying to think of Chaz Palminteri's scariest role. Ooh.
John, who's your favorite horror character?
My favorite horror. Well, one of the scariest movies ever, I think, is House of a Thousand Corpses.
That's a good one. I actually thought of my very favorite one, to be honest. I'll say it after you guys have said yours.
What about This Is Not House of a Thousand Corpses?
What is that?
It's the porn version.
Really?
I'm sure it's out there, yeah.
I
was just pulling that out of nowhere because it's probably made. Rule 39.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the scariest movies in terms of just things, because it's serial killer shit that you could picture happening in some backwards town. But beyond that, scariest person, or thing, or Halloween character. Shit. I don't know about that one, Alan.
Just because of how terrified I was as a child, I'm going to go with the Child's Play series.
Ah, yes.
Because, when you're a child and your cousins are watching Bride of Chucky,
kids get sodomized.
That's what happens.
Or
kids get terrified.
Terrified.
It took me until 6th or 5th grade to watch the movies.
Really?
Yeah. That's late.
And how long were you scared of them?
Probably a good 4 or 5 years, and still apprehensive once I started watching the movies.
Do you still tear up today when you watch them?
In my pants.
Weeping.
Weeping, yeah.
He weeps in his pants. Yeah. My true one, though, the one that really fucked me up the most throughout childhood and still sticks with me today is Cujo.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because my dog, my best friend as a child, Bucky, looked exactly like Cujo. And then when my sisters decided to make me watch it as some kind of strange punishment for just existing, they told me, this is going to happen to Bucky. Bucky's going to do this to you. and they made me watch Cujo. So yeah, Cujo's got to be
some cool family you got.
It's not my favorite, but it's the one that affected me the most. Oh yeah, my fantastic. Yeah, I got great older siblings. They wonder why I don't come by for the holidays.
I get that one, man. Yeah.
Scariest. Well, my favorite, or the scariest thing, actually, I just remembered, it wasn't a Halloween thing, but it was like a religious thing. Ooh. My parents, when I was, I don't know, like 7 or 8, they took me to this religious, it was like a Baptist church or something. There was a lot of fire and brimstone, and they showed this movie where it was about hell. And it was it freaked the shit out of me, because,
Was it Little Nicky?
No.
Do you remember the demons from the original Fantasia in the last sequence?
Those are pretty hardcore, man.
That shit is my favorite sequence in the entire movie as a kid. Actually, these bells are perfect, because in Fantasia, that's exactly what starts happening. Is in the village, the bells start going because the mountain's going to come alive, and the demon, or the devil, and he has the demons.
El Diablo.
Those are the food. I'm fairly certain those are the first boobs that most people will see too. Because the lady demons that dance on his hands have tits.
Do you not count breastfeeding?
Yeah, but I mean, like, see where you're not like, ooh, that's food, but rather you're like, oh shit, those are sexy dancing ladies. Probably, honestly, I bet you probably could. Those are pretty sexy ladies, dude. Disney was all about drawing sexy bitches back in the day. You remember, dude? That whole movie has a bunch of fucking
from.
Thick bitches. TICCC, buddy.
Yeah, it was huge, ginormous.
Those next two CCs are what you're giving to her, right?
Yeah.
What is Chernabog? Chernabog?
What?
Tim Wolfe said Chernabog. CHERNABOG.
I wonder if that's the name of the demon from Fantasia.
Of course, he would know that.
Yeah, he would. Of course,
Jesus Christ, Tim Wolfe, you know everything.
Look it up. Check it out. Check it out.
Should have had him just call in, huh?
We really, honestly, any time that I'm on the podcast, can we please just Skype him in?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Tim Wolfe. Do you have access to your laptop right now?
Tim Wolfe, I will send you a microphone.
I've been saying this for years, is what he said. Yeah, that's what it is.
Chernabog.
Yeah.
Chernabog. It is one of my favorite characters of all time. Is Chernabog. Yeah. That's fucking dope. Thank you, Tim Wolfe.
Know that?
Thank you, Tim Wolfe.
Because he's big into Disney. I'm sure Tim Wolfe is going to get this Disney streaming service, right?
Of course he is. Oh, God. Tim Wolfe, you get my dick hard with this shit, bro.
Hey, Tim Wolfe, we have the phone number on our Facebook page if you want to call in.
Oh, are you going to extend the show to get Tim Wolfe on?
Yeah, we'll get a few minutes. We missed the guy.
We have spooky music. We'll have Tim Wolfe.
Tim Wolfe, call in and be Vincent Price for the whole interview. I'm not fucking joking.
Tim and I took a drive up to Meow Wolf. He had never been there.
Say that one more time, please.
Tim Wolfe and I took a drive up to Meow Wolf shortly before he left.
For me, please.
Tim Wolfe and myself, and my aunt, also two of my cousins, and 3 dogs that we didn't even plan to bring with us, but somehow just wound up coming on the trip. That's a crazy story.
Did any of them lose their wallet, but not actually lose their wallet, and it was in the back of your truck the entire time?
Have I told you this before?
No, that's what I did whenever we were going to Santa Fe, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Or Taos. Sorry,
that's
Taos.
Right. That's right. Was that when Elena Warden vomited?
Say that to me one more time. In
What?
the coffee cup and then tried to fucking hump me? Sorry.
I think that might have happened. That was that was a good trip. That was fun.
Except for getting kicked out for
for
Caitlin's antics.
What is she still doing comedy?
You tell me.
Possibly.
It's not an insult. I was just
you're I would know.
I know. I'm lazy as shit, and I literally only go to the mics that I host, and she doesn't come to those, so I don't know if she's going to the other shows or not. I'm not throwing shade. These are all facts.
No, it's been a while since I've seen her out.
No, I'm talking about the reason why we didn't get to perform later in the day.
Oh, yeah. Well, part of that was because maybe the guy who organized it was busy doing a lot of cocaine. I did some with him, but still.
No, the lady who canceled comedy for the night literally canceled it because of that set.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah. But again, would it be a responsibility of someone who's like the managing the talent to kind of give them guidelines and kind of, would that have mattered though?
Well, as far as I knew,
Ooh, hey.
Perfect timing.
Is this Tim Wolfe?
Yes, it is.
No
Yes,
way.
it is.
There we go. There's Vincent Price on the side too.
Yeah.
How's it going, you MVP?
Oh, it's good, guys. Pleasure to be spending a Saturday before Halloween with you.
Yeah. Are you doing a haunted house at all, or decorations, or going to any haunted houses, or
Living in any?
Well, not as good as the sex offender man, but
wouldn't you love to go to that one?
Oh yeah, it gets me hard just thinking about it.
Oh boy,
yeah.
Hard as Chernobog.
Hard as Chernobog. I can't motherfucker goes hard though. No, I
Sweet abs, right?
Actually, last year, yeah, he does have the abs. Last year, my house was actually really popular. People were fucking like taking photos in front of it and shit. Like all right, yeah.
You're talking about before you
Okay.
left, or is this where you live now?
No, here in Indiana, and where I live now.
Are you
People
fairly well known in
wait for
Indiana?
Apparently.
Is that getting your dick wet, buddy?
What? Oh, well, no, yeah, I have a girlfriend now.
Congratulations! What's her name?
All right.
What's her name?
Beck.
Beck?
Beck.
Like the artist?
Formerly known as Beck?
B-E-K, no C.
Oh, nice.
Just straight up B-E-K, man. That's unique. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, she's into spooky shit, too.
Hell yeah. By spooky shit, he means his dick.
Do you,
That, too.
are you guys doing Halloween stuff, or how long have you guys been together?
Oh, we know each other for over a year, but we've been dating now for almost 2 months.
Congratulations.
So I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious.
Yes.
Yes.
And in my Vincent Price voice, in a very roundabout way, is responsible for this. Because we met playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Fantastic.
Where
Awesome.
I would talk in my character voice would be my Vincent Price voice. My character was based on Vincent Price. And that's how we met.
That's
That
the
shit was
most.
fucking
That's
creeped out at first.
that is the most Disney story I've ever heard a human being have in their life.
Of course, that's how I would meet someone, right?
So, Tim, I don't mean to interrupt, but I do have to state something real quick. Earlier, Alan tried to make a comparison to Bridget the Midget and I believe Leprechauns, and I said that it would have been scarier if she was in an Ewok costume. And then I looked at John's notebook, and he has a toy Ewok on his notebook that has. How did I did not notice this. 2, why do you have this? 3, let's disregard that and keep talking to Tim.
What sort of does she enjoy the same movies as you, Tim?
Yeah, no, she's in the nerdy shit too.
And are you going to get that Disney streaming service?
I am already
Burning
signed
question.
up. I actually signed up. Yeah, they got that fucking thing where
Did you sign up at like one of your
for,
marathons? like 4 years ago, they're
That
like,
would've
heads
been
up,
fun.
bro. Thank you for running 26
I would
miles.
have.
We're just going to let you know that we're
Look,
doing this.
I would have. They had that deal where if you would sign up for this like little period, you would you sign up for like 3 years or something, you get it for like less than $4 a year.
Oh, that's
so
good.
I got that shit.
Of course you got the cheapest.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Of course I'm gonna get that fucking. Yeah,
You're
you know,
like the
that
third
shit's
most
for me.
responsible person I've ever met in my life.
And how's the job and school? Still pretty busy with all that stuff?
Yeah, it's still grinding away, but it's going well. It's hard to believe it's been over a year now.
We miss you so
Over a
much,
year.
dude.
I miss you guys.
I miss you on Halloween. I miss you on Christmas. Miss those bells, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta find a cheermeister.
You need to send me a sound clip of you jingling those bells for this Christmas so I can play it at all the open mics.
Well, fuck. Now
Shit,
that
we'll
you
just
said that,
FaceTime
I'm
it. We'll just
definitely
FaceTime
going
it.
to do that.
We'll just FaceTime
We
it. We'll
can
do it
that
live.
too.
We'll do it
Yeah.
live.
We'll do live performance. I mean, like the house band.
Tim, what was your best Halloween costume ever?
I actually had a costume that was based on a Lego character before Lego characters were a big thing. This was before any movies or shit from Lego. This was just a Lego set, and it had a character, and it was a deep Lego lore. So, of course, I fucking need to make a costume out of this. And it was an alien, space alien, and my mother got really into it, and we ended up, like, making a cardboard box that I wore that had, like basically looked like the alien armor and, like, this elaborate mask. It was actually pretty dope.
That's cool. Real quick, what do you think of Bob Lazar? Full of shit or completely truthful?
What, Bob's Bizarre?
Yeah. Just say full of shit or completely
Did you say
truthful.
Lazar?
Yeah,
What?
Bob Lazar.
He's like a UFO guy.
Is this
Bob Lazarus Pit.
You guys have made us talk about this guy before, haven't you?
I'm sure.
When Bob Lazar. No, that was Art Bell.
Oh, God damn it.
Okay, Tim, we'll move. You obviously can't say anything because of your line of work, so we'll go to the next question here.
Would you ever do
absolutely.
female masking as a Halloween costume?
What is that? I get really worried anytime Alan mentions something.
And
I
you
ask
don't
what it
know what
is,
it
and
is.
he immediately starts typing into his computer.
I got really worried because Tim Wolfe made like a little sound and didn't answer the question.
So this is when you get latex masks of women and wear them as
Ooh,
men.
look at this one.
Looks like she ate somebody.
She's just a bigger person.
Oh.
I don't know what the fuck's happening now.
Oh, are you still able to watch the screen, Tim?
Yeah, it's taking a second.
Ah, got you. So there's a bit of a delay.
No,
so
I turned it off because I didn't want to like echo shit.
oh, got you. Well, we're looking.
Just turn the volume down, dummy.
We're looking
I
at.
am a dummy.
We're looking at some
I'm
female
not a fan of
masking,
this.
which is where people put latex masks on and they make themselves up like lady folks, and then they go.
Oh, you know, that's kind of that is very Halloween because
Just
that's
do
kind of,
just do drag makeup. It's just as expensive and it looks 10 times better.
I don't know.
You guys have literally asked me about this shit once before. I know for a fact. Sorry, Tim.
And
Go
he,
ahead.
back in the 50s, was digging up graves and murdering people to wear them. And,
Oh, yeah, Ed
his
Gein.
inspiration for Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What's your favorite horror movie of all time?
Oh, I want to say Hellraiser, but I recently saw Hereditary, and that shit rocked my soul.
Hereditary.
Hereditary?
Hereditary.
That's a fucking good horror movie, yeah.
What's that about?
That is essentially about a family making a pact with a demon, like a witch pact with a demon, and the awful things that happen.
Who's
when
in
the
it?
demon wants. Who the fuck is it? I don't even know any actors' names. Nobody that big.
Bill Murray.
You know, it doesn't matter who's in it because we're gonna get to know that cast when we watch that movie.
Is this about Rumpelstiltskin?
No, it's not Rumpelstiltskin, but it is terrible things happen when you promise your children to a demon in hell for power.
So Rumpelstiltskin.
Well, it's been in the plot of Rumpelstiltskin, yeah.
But he's not sitting there weaving straw into gold.
Yeah.
No, more fucked up shit happens.
What
than
else
that.
would you call power?
Unweaving people's skin into smaller bits of skin.
People
Well, that's a
leather
good
isn't that
point.
great. It's thin, not as robust.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
as a
that's
jerky, it's pretty salty.
People?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the diet of the person, really.
Oh yeah.
That's funny though that you never hear anybody say, "Oh, I like to watch the Ted Bundy story or Jeffrey Dahmer shit around Halloween." It's like most people are down with like fake horror shit.
Well, yeah,
and
we don't want to face reality. We want fantasy, bro. Come on.
that's what I'm talking about.
You know,
Jagging
I am
off
reading
letting
a
kill
book.
Say what, Tim?
I'm reading a book called Off Season. That's
Fucking
about a cannibal.
nerd.
believe it. And I also got some books about the New Mexico prison riot in 1980 because
That's
was some
fucking
gnarly
cool.
Shit. Yeah, it's some fucking shit happened then.
Well, we're definitely going to check out your recommendation for a horror show, movie type thing. And you have
Hereditary, correct?
Hereditary, yeah.
Do you have any parting words for us, man?
Fucking give out candy on Halloween and remember the reason for the season. Spooky shit. I want that war on Halloween to get you down.
Before Tim goes, I have words that are technically Tim's, but will have been burned into my memory for all eternity. And this is what I think, Tim, your sign-off should be. And you know what I'm talking about because you literally shared the memory just the other day. And that is,
oh, yeah.
To quote Tim Wolfe, sucking dicks, licking clits, rolling crits.
That's how I roll. Bang. Yeah.
Well, shit. Plugola, Tim?
What's that?
Got anything to plug?
Yeah.
Oh, no, nothing. I'm boring these days, guys, but I will tune in again, I'm sure.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate having you on. Kevin, Plugola?
Check out the Slumber Party Boys on Facebook. I host a show every Monday at Red Door Brewing on Candelaria in Albuquerque.
That's a great mic.
I also host another one on Wednesdays at Red Door downtown.
Albuquerque's new favorite open mic.
Wait,
you can tell by the attendance. Yes.
Oh, he just hung up. Okay.
Yeah, he just left. Also, I am hand making bamboo chillums.
Woohoo!
They
Those
are
awesome.
you can't break them. They float. They're made with all natural, like literally everything for hippies. If you want to know, it's beeswax, mineral oil, jojoba oil, all the natural shit. As for abrasives, I use straight up chalk and I cure it all by hand. If you want to get one, you have to come to one of the open mics because that's where I sell them.
And what's the retail on that?
Basic pipes or basic chillums like these ones are $5. The ones that have a little more detail, a little more work into them will be between 8 and 12.
Oh man, you got to work on that marketing. You'd be like, they're $20,000, but for right now,
limited time offer.
Limited time only.
Also, I do give the deal that like if your pipe breaks or you lose it or anything, I'll give you a discount on a new one if you've already bought one from me because I like to keep my customers happy.
That's cool. And seriously, people have been asking whenever I have mine, people ask, whoa, where'd you get that from? And I tell them, Kevin Baca. They're like, Kevin makes these? And I say, yeah.
Well, now they just got to come to the open mics to buy one. So Monday or Wednesday or any other show that you see me at, I will be selling my little boo things.
Yeah. Check it out. Definitely. Alan, Plugola.
Our Patreon. We just posted a new episode.
Definitely.
Randy Travis. Ode to Randy Travis.
Is that the same Randy?
No, I wish.
Damn.
I do wish it was the same cool Randy.
I really hope that guy's mafia name is Randy Thumbs.
Speaking of Randy's, who did we... Oh, Mike Abagdani, the guy that I did interview a little while ago, but unfortunately the audio didn't come out. He was in a movie with...
Wait, Abagdani?
Yes.
Yeah.
With Ethan Suplee, who played Randy on My Name is Earl.
Oh.
That's on Hulu now, I believe, or no, Netflix, right?
It's on Hulu too.
Yeah.
Is it on Hulu? Yeah. I saw a preview for it literally last night.
Have you ever seen that show?
No, I saw a preview for it last night.
Fucking great, huh? Alan?
Yeah.
Man of many words. Potential Problems Podcast. Yeah, thanks for hanging, dude. I was so excited when I knew it was you coming on.
Fuck
It's
yeah,
always
man.
great fucking
I'm off
hanging
on
out.
Saturdays every week now, so just fucking hit me up. I live 10 minutes away.
Nice.
You know, I'm
We'll
always
definitely take you up on
I'm
that.
very close to the studio.
And you're so great to hang out with. You too, Alan. You have a great evening, folks.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.